morning, good people. I am just leaving the gym. About to run some errands, and I know I want to talk about emotions. I'm trying to see if am I in the right place to talk about this right now, because I'm tired. Well, I'm not tired, but you know, I just put a lot of energy into the gym, and only thing I had today was a protein shake. So I'm gonna record anyway, and if I like it, I'm gonna upload it. If I don't, I'll come back another time. So to me, emotions, right? Men always say you don't know how to control your emotions. Sometimes women, you know, advice from women say you gotta learn how to control your emotions better. And how I articulate that is, now being one who has mastered my emotions, is it's feelings that you have that are masked by anger. You know how to be angry. It's so easy to be angry. It is the easiest thing to just get mad in the blink of an eye, but it's hard to keep calm and remain your peace and actually speak through the emotion that you're feeling and process, speak through, and tell somebody how you feel. Now, I have not been in a relationship since I've grasped this concept, right? And I know when people come into your life, some people can be very challenging. Patience is another thing that I had to learn. Everybody grows up different. Everybody has different, I'm not going to say different morals, because you should be like-minded. Everybody doesn't always practice the morals that you practice, or are as firm as you are with the morals that you practice, right? Some people need a little more help. We've all been there before, right? So what I have learned is identifying that feeling that I'm feeling and talking through it. Now, me, I used to be the type of woman that, no, we gotta talk about this right now. We gotta talk about this little issue before it just get too big. But not all men are like that. I was thinking more so of what the word says, or I don't even know if that's in the Bible verse, but just people in general say you should never go to bed angry in a marriage, right? I'm not married yet, right? And that's sometimes we have to, from what my therapist was telling me before, I always think like a wife, but sometimes you have to be a friend, you have to be a girlfriend, you have to be a best friend, you got to be a homie, you got to be all these type of things in your relationship. And I digress a little bit, but I said all that to say that you can't just jump to that next step and thinking that, okay, we just can't go to bed angry. First of all, you ain't shacking up with nobody, and you have to give people time to process, because when that true connection comes, and you speaking from your soul, you really have to, first of all, be mindful what you say, and give that person, that man, time to process what you are speaking to him. Because if he is really in a relationship for real, he's going to listen to you, and vice versa, you should be listening to him as well. I used to just start texting. I'd be calm at first, right? And the next thing you know, I'm on a rampage. In less than 20 seconds, I'm angry. Or the next day, I'm angry because they haven't yet responded, or whatever the case may be. But I didn't give myself time to process through my feelings to be able to connect with them and to reach them in a way that allowed them to, okay, I hear her, let me give her a call, let's talk about this like adults, right? It's a learning experience. Let me tell you, we all go through it, men and women, and all the same. We go through the same situations, the same life lessons. Me personally, I don't have long-lasting relationships. I walk away very quickly. I do. I'm on to the next one. And I'm learning that might not always be the best thing, because some people have been quality people, but I choose not to work through all of that stuff. Now, I really have to process or think about the people that I will leave. You have some reflections, okay? You left a cheater, you left somebody who was not fully divorced before, you left somebody who had a girlfriend but she was away, you know, these things, I'm like, okay, have gave me a little more encouragement to leave those relationships, because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. But you do get to a point where you're like, okay, what am I, you have to think, what am I up against? Some people stay in relationships for years with that same person and be dealing with all of these issues, and that could be a beautiful thing once you get to a point of, you know, living out God's purpose, and you know, being in the unity and getting married and worshiping and praying together. That is beautiful because you work through all those things. Now, me personally, I'm just not that type of, I don't have a problem with being alone and kind of like walking away from certain situations. Now, I focus on myself a lot, and I have to get to a place of inviting somebody into my space and truly sticking a stand. But they're gonna have to be a stand-up kind of guy. And I feel like I'm digressing a little bit because we talking about emotions, and I'm talking about me in a relationship. Lord Jesus. All right. But I'm just saying that, you know, the emotions plays a factor, because when you really are ready for a true relationship, you really have to keen onto your patience. You have to think, you have to put yourself, okay, I hate the word delusional, because somebody called me that before, and I'm thinking like, I'm not delusional. You must have been looking in the mirror when you said this. But you really have to think about where you all are in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, there should be no, what are we doing? And if you do have that thought, what are we doing? You should be able to ask that. Man, woman, whatever, ask that question. What are we doing here? Because you can get lost so far, and the next thing you know, a fine man come along or a fine woman come along, and you fall into temptation because you don't have a clear direction as to what you're doing with this other person. I hope that I'm speaking something to somebody, because I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm flowing, so it must be right. But you really do have to practice patience and practice tapping into your true feelings and being vulnerable. That is the hardest thing, to let those guards down, because some people who have been hurt, they don't want to experience that pain before. I remember crying laying on my mama's lap, lying on my mother's lap, crying from heartbreak. And that's something that I don't ever want to experience again. But I understand that in order for me to have a lasting relationship and get to the ultimate goal, or my goal of marriage, I'm going to have to be vulnerable and not be so hard. And that's going to take practice. And every day I practice, whether it be with family, friends, you just really letting that guard down and letting your true self come out. It comes with practice. It's okay to practice. And I think that's one of the things that validated me jumping from relationship to relationship, is that my therapist said, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. And I have a lot of practice. I have a lot of practice. So now I feel like I am in the position right now, the position I'm in, I truly feel like I can get anybody I want to, but I'm very selective. And that's a great place to be in, because I'm not just seeking anybody, or just, you know what I'm saying, they gotta be together. And I feel like that's a great place for me to be in, because I really have mastered, I feel like, the sense of a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Now, I have never been married, so I haven't mastered marriage yet. And I know that comes with another set of tests and trials and all of that stuff. But the whole relationship thing, when that one comes, I feel like I most certainly have in a good place to receive it now. Woo, Lord, but those emotions, women and men, because some men are like that too. You have to learn how to just walk away, find something to do, get a hobby, go to the gym, take your mind off and turn your phone off. Not be so pressed and self-absorbed, because one thing you cannot do is control the actions of somebody else. You can only control your reactions. And that was hard for me to grasp also. Like, I cannot control this person. And if you are in a controlling relationship, that's not healthy. You can only control your reactions. They make you mad, okay. Alright, let me take a minute. We're not going to move past it. I'm going to take a minute so I can truly understand what I'm feeling, so I can articulate myself a little better, so it can resonate with you. You know what I'm saying? And that is, that's growth in itself. That is most definitely growth that you have to grasp or master in any type of relationship. Even out in the world, you know what I'm saying? Let the world be your practice, because these people will test you. They will test you. They will make you mad, and you be ready to pop off, and you know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody has their limits, but set boundaries. You can set boundaries in your everyday, today life. When you're in the heat of the moment, you can set boundaries. I have to set boundaries all the time. Wait a minute now. You kind of overstepping, and I don't like the way that's making me feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's healthy, because it lets that person know, oh, okay, I can't do that with you. I can't try that with you. So yeah, boundaries are healthy. Expressing yourself in a calm manner is healthy. Some arguments to a certain degree is healthy. However, it's going to have to, the end result is going to have to be some type of compromise. The end result is going to have to be some type of a resolution. You may not see eye to eye, but what's your middle ground? What can we do so that we can both be happy, not getting what we want? Because that's ultimately what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no win in an argument. It's either we both gonna have to be happy, not getting what we want, or you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to see eye to eye somehow. But yeah, so I'm about to go and do my grocery shopping. This is a 12-minute video, so it'll probably be on my YouTube page. I'm gonna shorten it a little bit, and yeah, but that's just my little spiel of what emotions, vulnerability, and expressing your feelings mean to me. So y'all enjoy this wonderful Tuesday. All right, peace.